willkommen zu diesem virtuellen Branchentalk hier aus unserem Messe- und Eventstudio. Wir machen weiter in unserer, ja, passt jetzt sehr gut diese Sommer hinein, Serie mit den Besuchen via Internet bei unseren Nachbarn. Und heute geht es ins wunderschöne Italien. Und ich freue mich jetzt auf mein Gespräch mit Salvatore Sagone. Er ist Chairman der ADC-Gruppe sowie Founder und Präsident des BEA World Festivals. Und ich hole ihn jetzt gleich einmal hier zu uns ins Bild. Und da ist er auch schon. Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen. Buongiorno, Salvatore.
Buongiorno. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm fine. I hope you are too.
Yes, I am. So far, so good.
Perfect, perfect. It's nice that you're here with us today. Tell us, where are you chatting from today? Where are you chatting from today?
I'm connected from home.
Ah.
Yes, because you know, it has become a new way to approach the work, and it's easy. But still, I look forward to coming back to the office with other colleagues soon, because I miss the physical contact.
Sure.
With the colleagues.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody doesn't know you,
yeah.
Can you give us a brief introduction of yourself?
Yes, I professionally speaking, I was born as a journalist, specialized in communication. Then about 20 years ago, I started my own publishing company focused on the communication business. And almost for 16 years, I launched the first awards in Italy dedicated to the events industry, Best Event Awards, BEA, and afterwards the European Best Event Awards that since 3 years has become the global worldwide awards, BEA. That recognize the quality of events all over the world. This is in brief my story.
Okay, you are not only conducting the award ceremony, you're also conducting a festival, the BEA World Festival.
Yes, exactly.
What exactly is this festival?
The festival is a meeting point, a networking point for all the event industry that in 4 days can meet. Before COVID was physical, this meeting last year, and this year too will be digital and somehow hybrid. And where from one hand it will be recognized the best quality of events all over the world, but we have also a program dedicated to some contents. And finally there will be an award ceremony. So the formula of the festival is that the companies and the agencies and partners meet together in a way that during the presentation of the shortlisted events, the jury is composed by about 40 companies that judge the work of the agencies. So this is a meeting between demand and offer in the market, and the content will be dedicated to the new frontiers of events. The claim of this year is welcome to the new stage. That means that, as we all know, the pandemic has dramatically changed our business, has dramatically changed the industry towards a new model that will combine the physical sphere and the digital one in a kind of a hybrid solution. And so we will try to check how this change will be through the voices of the most important speaker of the sector of this industry.
So the USP of the awards is that the agencies that are competing there can get direct feedback from their customers or the soon-to-be customers, or the other
exactly
side.
because the former I mutuated the format of the festival from the X Factor program, you know, where there is a jury and the agencies are in front of them, and there is an interaction. No, the agency performs their presentation, and the jury judges ask questions, they give feedback to them. So this has worked very well. And from this, many business opportunity came out.
Okay.
Because some clients saw agencies that didn't know and say, oh, wow, this is a good one. I would like to involve in the next speech, maybe. And so it's also a business opportunity.
Yeah. And it's an award on a international on a global basis, I think. How many countries are participating?
We as the average, we have about 38, 40 countries participating. And yes, I'm very proud to say that 2 years ago, in the last physical event in Milano, you were probably with us.
Yeah.
There came 42 countries. You know that United Nations recognize 163 countries about. So 42 of them were at the BEA World. So it was an amazing success. And also last year, the digital formula was very well participated by almost 40 countries. And at this regards, the digital will help a lot to involve new countries, more people, because from remote they can participate. So there is always a good and bad side.
Sure. We'll talk about this in a moment. Just give us an idea. When will the BEA World Festival take place this year?
Yes, this year will be in December, from 14th to the 17th of December.
Okay.
It will be digital because we don't know what the situation will be next winter. So we want to be very cautious, and so we want to let also the agencies be more secure about traveling, the invitation. So for this year, we prefer to stay digital, to keep it digital. We will have the award ceremonies from my studio, very nice studio here in Milano, with and also the content program with the speakers here and all the people connected. So far is the decision. We will see. Okay. And hopefully next year we will meet again in person, you know.
We hope it, really. Tell us, when will the entries be open for this year's edition, or are they already open?
Yes, the entries are already open.
Okay.
And, yes, and we close in October. And so it's time to subscribe the participation. But you can find all the information on the website. The BEA World Festival.
We'll show the link in the video below.
Thank you very much.
As far as I can remember, last year we saw a winner from Austria also.
Yes, there was a winner from Austria.
Yeah.
Yes, was very good. I mean, there were winners also from the northern Baltic countries, from the eastern countries. This is an interesting thing because, as we can see, as a trend, is that Europe and the world is, is evolving a lot. The new countries are evolving a lot in terms of creativity, production abilities, and etc. So there is a good balance now between the more mature countries like France, Spain, Italy, also, etc., and in new coming countries. So This is good. And the BEA World is useful at this regards because it's a place where you can see how the evolution of the different country is going on.
Salvatore, let's talk a little bit about the industry itself. How has the Italian live marketing industry got to this pandemic so far?
Yeah, the numbers are really bad, of course, as everywhere. And I would say that we lost in 2020, we lost about 70% of the turnover, was a dramatic loss because this was the average. Some structures lost more than this, about 85 or 90%. And this had a big impact also on the employment side because more than a half of it was, especially regarding the freelancer, the freelancer was cut, no? And so the 2021 is a little bit better, but still is far from the pre-COVID situation. We have a small increase. We are recovering about, I would say, the 20% in comparison with the last year. We are very far from the 2019. And so the full recovery will be, I think, from 2022, but more probably in 2023. This is what also the international survey made by Life Comalian say, no? We will back to the pre-COVID situation in 2023. I mean, in 2022 will be I think fine because we will, if anything happens more, but it will be the year where we will be close to balance the loss that we had in 2022, in 2020. And so this is has been had a tremendous impact in the industry, but there's also a positive side of the situation, as you know, because I think that the situation is the same everywhere. We learned a lot, no, in these years in terms of technology, digitalization, etc. And this has changed also the way to think and produce the events towards a more, I would say, a TV approach in the production. I mean, events are more similar now to the TV programs than to the physical events as we meant before. I mean, and this because you have people maybe in person, but you have to think to engage and involve people from the remote. It implies that the agency, the event agency, had to develop new skills in terms of production of the events with the new talents, new professionals that are more close to the broadcasting system than to video. There is a kind of exchange of the two, you know. And this is, I mean, the trend that I would undermark more, because it's talking with the agencies, I see that they are looking for this kind of talents, you know. What happens in all the location have turned in TV studios. No? Before there were empty boxes, now are TV studios. And this will stay. It will stay also in the future. I'm sure about this.
If I look back through the years as a part of your press jury, I remember that, Also, some years ago, there were many entries in the festival and in the awards that were, yeah, like TV productions, and there were always big discussions also in the press jury if that's an event
You remember?
or not.
Exactly.
It was years going back some years.
Exactly.
Now
there is already been someone that was
yeah, visionary.
Yes, exactly. Was a pioneer in this.
Yeah.
But we had to reconsider the concept of the event in itself. What is an event now in this situation? How can we consider it? And the big challenge is how to engage from emotional point of view the people that is on the other side of the screen. Is the most crucial question. But in this regard, there are some solutions that the industry are finding.
To stay on the positive side of the developments, you mentioned before that the reach has also evolved through the digital channels. This is also a positive effect, I think.
Yes, it is. It's a tremendous positive effect for two reasons. First of all, because of course you can reach a broader audience all over the world, wherever you go. And this also is important because follows the trend of sustainability.
Yeah.
I mean, also before the COVID, there were discussion. There was a topic. It was an issue also. No, the sustainability. The question was, shall we always move people from a place to another to meet? Cannot we think about a different way to meet? Here is the pandemic has given a solution very fast. Some meetings can be done via Zoom or the other digital platforms. Not all of them, but I think that the sustainability issue combines very well with the digital transformation of the industry that helps a lot to save costs, save the environment, the pollution, whatever.
Sure.
So for some kinds of events, I think that the way we are meeting today, we are talking today, will remain, of course, will be very useful. I think especially for the relationship with the dealers. I mean, I think one of the typology of events that will be affected more from the digitalization is the road show. Maybe there is no reason to do very big road shows to the local dealers or whatever. You can organize an event that gathers together all the regions of the company in a single event that is typically more has more television approach, engaging also approach, instead of doing the same event from one town to the others or one country to the others, for example. So we have always to be positive. What I say is that we are going through a war, because it has been a war with many deaths, of course. But as usually happens with the war, after the war, there's a big restart, big reconstruction, a great enthusiasm to restart again and creating something new. No, this is the approach that I think we should have. Not hiding that the moment is difficult in terms of financials, economy is very hard in this time, but I think that the DNA of events is the same of the human species, which is the socialization, Need to meet somehow, physical or digital, but we have to meet each other to know each other better, etc. And this is at the basis of the events. And so for this reason, I look forward with a positive attitude. And I hope that we will get out of this situation soon.
Yeah, sure, sure. The ADC Group is also running a community for events and live communications. And there is a new campaign I saw also in an article you posted on LinkedIn. The campaign is called hashtag Italia Live. Who can participate in this and how does it work and what are the goals?
Thank you very much. Yes, Italia Live, the hashtag Italia Live is a movement that I promoted the very day after the first lockdown in 2020. It was the 10th of March in Italy. And it's a movement that that gathers all the most important events association in Italy, or the representative of the international association. Now we are 14 associations that represent all the value chain of the events. So we started last year, more than last year when I'm here now. And the aim is to create a dialogue with the institutional political stakeholder in order to push our requests towards more attention towards our industry. And the last campaign that you mentioned was directed to the, of course, the political stakeholder, but also to the companies to invite them to come back to invest on events, whether physical or digital, to help the profession to restart in the world. So the title is Numbers Counts, especially when they are not anymore, you know.
Okay.
Because what we saw is that we lost, as I told you, more than 70% of the turnover, more than half of the employees, and etc. And I would say, but this is the common situation all over Europe. We had very little support from the governments. That still think that events are something that you can, something that is not so necessary as going to a barber or to a restaurant, which is very wrong, because the events industry is a strong driver for the evolution of the economy, the local economy, you know. In Italy, we have the estimates talks about 65 billion euro that are generated from the event industry. And in terms of gross domestic product is 36 billion euros. So we are talking about 700,000 people involved in this industry. So it's a very serious industry that give a very strong support to the economies. But still, the politicians think that events are only parties and something like this, you know, something that you can also avoid.
In Austria, it was kind of a similar situation. It took really quite some time until the politicians mentioned
exactly
the problem. And they,
and the funny thing, the strange thing, you know what it is, that the politician every day organize events, press conference, in summit, the G8, G20, or whatever. I don't think that maybe there is someone that organized these events. So it's an industry that is very close to them, but they don't recognize the importance of them. So Italia Live, the goal of Italia Live was exactly that, to make them understand who we are, what we do, and what are our problems. You know? So, and I must say it has been very difficult, but at the end now they mention the word events in the laws or whatever, and we are a little bit recognized more than before.
You mentioned the year 2023 as the year of getting back to the pre-corona status. Is this also the year that you think that we can that we can manage to make the politicians more event competent until 2023, or will it take longer?
Hopefully it will be. I mean, we will see this goal before.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Of course, no, but I think that now they start to understand, I mean, at least in Italy, the importance of our industry. And hopefully they will, the thing will improve also in the future.
Perfect. Salvatore, tell me finally, what did you take personally out of this Corona year?
This is a very good question, Christoph, because so many things have changed. And I would say this, that the most important thing that I've learned is to give the right priority to the things now in my life. First of all, there is the health of myself and my family and my dearest, which is a value that we thought was a commodity. I mean, we thought to be invulnerable, and there was almost a remedy for every sickness, something like this. But we have found ourselves more weak and vulnerable. So the first teaching is to take care of ourselves from physical and also with different values in life, you know. We are trying to find a new balance between quality and quantity of life. And also the smart working or remote working helps in this sense to have this kind of balance. So this will is a kind of revolution, if you think, because I mean, here in Milano, all the offices still now are almost empty, you know. The return to the previous life is not so easy. I think they will not exactly the same. So this, I'm an optimistic for nature, and so I always want to see the good side of things. And I think that this is also can be a good thing, because we are all trying to find a new balance in our life, professional and private life. And myself in my company, I have all the people at the moment working from remote, but I must say that so far they're quite happy to do that. They are productive as they were before, maybe sometimes also more than before. They can manage their time better, and if there is a trust between among us, I mean, it could be a good way to have a different approach towards life, you know. But still, I need to meet also in person people, because otherwise it's very difficult to improve also in other. I mean, we are now working on a capital that we had in the previous year after years of meeting physically in person. But if this will last too much, we will lose something. So, as I told you before, we had to find the right balance between the digital life and the physical life in terms of relationship. but I think that we will find.
That's a great motto for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Salvatore, thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Christoph, I want to thank you because you are doing a wonderful job in keeping us updated about the evolution of our industry. I follow you with a great interest, and congratulations, really.
Thank you very much. I only can give this back to your work with the BEA World Festival. Very important festival. I hope to see more entries from Austria.
Yes,
I think we have a lot of creativity in Austria,
yes,
especially in the event sector.
And if I can say something, of course, the call for entries of this year will be focused on digital events, of course. So I think that there are good experiments, good events that have been made in this regard. So why not participate?
Salvatore, you have a new topic in your event club. That's around the pitches industry. That's exactly. What exactly is it?
Exactly. Next Thursday, 1st of July, there will be a press conference dedicated to the launch of a new communication campaign created by the Club of Events and Live Communication in Italy. The title is a new ethic deal for the restart of the industry, where the goal is to involve clients that will be present at the conference press in order to find new rules to manage the pitches, thinking about the future, because the pitches are the most, vulnerable vulnerable ring of the chain.
Yeah.
Because it implies many times, efforts, money in organizing. And so with the club, we wrote down 6 points that we want to share with clients. I can mention some of them. I mean, we ask to not to choose the pitch tool to only the pitch to choose the agencies, but also the chemistry meetings, evaluation of credentials, etc. We ask to have more clear briefs.
Okay.
We ask to involve only 3 or 4 agencies in a pitch. The pitch. And we ask also to refund the rewards or to the agency that wins the pitch. And we ask also to refund the 1% of the budget to the losing agency. And finally, we ask also to anticipate all the costs necessary to the realization of the events. The good news is that we have involved some clients that are keen to accept this dialogue. And so the 1st of July, we will have in presence in the studio Ferrari, person of Jane Reed, which is the global advertising manager of Ferrari, and the person of Unipo Group. Unipo is a big insurance group in Italy, active in events, and so we will talk together about this problem. This is, I think, a very good step, important step to refound the deal and the relationship between clients and agencies.
Thank you very much once again.
Okay.
Many greetings to all my friends and colleagues in Italy.
Of course.
You stay optimistic, happy, and healthy.
And healthy. Wonderful.
All the best. Thank you.
All the best to you.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao. Ciao, Christoph.